Hello everybody, I'm Henry Lee from blueheronarts.com. I have these two demos in my class today at Jocelyn Center, Alhambra, and some students online asking how to mount them to make them wrinkle-free. They said it might cause more wrinkles. So yes, if you do not practice before you mount your important work, that will happen. So you better watch this carefully to avoid some pitfalls. Excuse me. First of all, we need to prepare the materials. We need some household items you might already have. It's an iron. And a piece of cloth. You can use sheeting or cotton sheeting or anything that's smooth for putting on the table. You don't want to iron directly on your table. You don't want to use the felt you use for painting, or you use the iron board if it's not big enough, not flat enough. No sponge and just 4 layers of. This is denim cloth you can get from the fabric stores, Joanne Fabric. I bought all these cutting tools there too. The Fiskas brand rotary blade, because to cut the silicone adhesive film or silicone paper, we just call it, because it comes with release paper. And it has a film on one side and the release paper on the back for easy transporting. And we need to have a cutting board, which is the same brand, Fiskas brand. And I think this roller, bleak. Okay, you can use any roller. This one has a little anti-slippery function. You just use a regular metal ruler, should be fine. And you need to measure the size of the silicone paper to match exactly the size of the painting. Not perfectly, I mean, as close as possible. It could be a little bit smaller or larger, but not too much away from the painting. So to be exact, the best is my advice. You can trim it after, or if you frame it, you can use a mat, so you don't need to trim it. So I'll just cut this piece off. I want to make a clean cut. So we do sell from the same roll. When you buy, you will get a yard by 27 wide. And you cut to the yard you order. If you buy 5 yards or 10 yards, it will come in a roll. Okay, and let me just do this cross printing first. There's a little extra margin where there's no film, so be aware of that. So count that in, and then make another cut to match the exact size of the picture. It's easier for me to visualize it. I just put a picture on top of this, so I don't make big mistakes. If you just go with the number, you can do so without putting the picture on top of it. So this is the one set, and we have a smaller painting. I hope it's exactly the same size. That's perfect. We just need one more cut here. You can have just little extra, without cutting the original. Not too much extra, I will tell you why. And you also need a permanent backing paper. You can use any hot press high quality paper for drawing. We have special cotton paper made for this purpose. And I use this 80-pound mixed media paper today for this demo. Because I want to have the ability to roll it, and so we can ship it if someone collects this painting worldwide. We can put it in a tube still. So the backing paper we sell is also about this weight. So you can roll it. You can use thicker paper like watercolor paper. The hot press one is preferred because it's less texture. I already cut this slightly larger than the painting itself. So let's take this away. And put this denim cloth padding on. We have been using this for over decades, maybe more than 10 years for sure. We haven't even cleaned it. It's very durable. Denim cloth you can get from the fabric stores, or you can use. I also use piece of same cloth from my worn shirt. If you do small painting, you can find something in your household, I'm sure. Or like a pillowcase or something like that. It could also work. And this paper may have a rough or smooth side. So use the smooth side. This I like to use this way because it's easier to flatten it. You can see the curve down. It feels the same. Either side should be fine. So first step is to put this adhesive film facing the mounting surface on the backing paper, and then activate the adhesive film by iron. Let me put the iron plug on. Okay. So I set the iron to silk. The different iron may have different features. The next is wool. So sometimes I can set between silk and wool if it's dye. If it comes in slot, I just put silk. And I iron it from one side to the other, or you can start from the center towards the four corners. Either way, it's okay. The point is to drive the air out, not trap it in, to make it closely flat, to the backing paper, the backing surface. Okay, and let it cool down a little bit while I'm working on the second piece. I like to work in batch. So it helps to save time, so I don't have to wait the first one to cool down a little bit. If it's still hot, the adhesive is too sticky to work with. So the same thing for the small painting. Just put the silicone film facing the mounting surface on the backing paper, preferably the smooth side, if there are coarse side and smooth side. Sometimes people like to use the coarse side for some reason, maybe for more texture. Actually, this smooth surface, it's easier for the film to attach closely. Because the film, if there's bump, the film may sink in, and so it's not just so smooth. And now we will do the first painting. You lift the release paper from one corner, starting from one corner, and diagonally lift it. And remember, this side facing the film is anti-sticking side. You want to mark that, or you just put it the same way, facing down. And that's important because you want to use this side against the painted side of the original painting. Because this side is anti-sticking, because you might have some extra film exposed underneath. If you use the wrong side, it's easy to get stuck on that. So this is anti-sticking side. I just put it up back on top of the painting. So the release paper that comes with the silicone film, the painting, and the adhesive, the backing paper. Okay, one thing I almost forgot is if the painting has some unevenness, like you already see some kind of buckling or even wrinkle or creases, you want to spray some water. In any case, I would do that for wrinkle-free result. So you use a sprayer. Here is a very super important tip for you. Do not spray in this area, mounting area, because any moisture that goes on this pad will make the back of the paper, the backing paper, buckle. So it will cause you trouble. So you will spray outside of the table. You can spray the front side. Just, you can hear it, right? Outside the table, misty, very fine sprayer. Avoid large water drops by leaving a foot or a foot and a half away from the painting while you spray. So you will have less chance to get large water drops evenly spread the paper. Now that the paper has some moisture and relax, it helps to reduce the chance to get any creases. And put this this back on. Don't turn it, because I keep it the same way as I lift it. Facing the smooth side or the anti-sticking side from the release paper facing the painted side of the original. And now I start ironing. From the center, I make a circular movement, gradually expand that. And then I go up and down, or right and left, and from center to the corner. Quickly, don't lift the iron every stroke. Just let it. You don't have to press that much in the beginning, but you have to cover as much area as possible, and using adequate amount of pressure to drive out the air in between the painting and the backing paper. And you can see through this thin release paper. You can use the parchment paper from bakery, because that's more translucent. You can see through even better, and anti-sticking also. That's an alternative to this dust preventing covering sheets. If you do it, if you lost it, usually you'll get this from the silicone film, release from the film. So you should have it every time. You don't have to prepare, another sheet. Usually I don't recycle it because it might get stick this on the edge. So you can only use once usually. And so this is perfectly mounted. You can see wrinkle free. No chance to get wrinkle. I really don't see any chance. Oh, you will see very final creases here still. That's normal because of the thinness of the rice paper. And if that happens, you spray some water outside the table. If you are a perfectionist, you can do so by apply some moisture and put this back on. I forgot which side is the. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. It's not going to ruin the painting when you make a mistake, because it's only possible to stick on the outside of painting, not inside. If you make a mistake on the sides. So most likely those minor creases are not permanent. You can, it's not ironed enough. So you just keep iron. And if the wrinkle goes this way, you pull it like this. Or if it goes this way, you pull it sideways to stretch it out. And just iron the whole painting to make it even. Otherwise, the heat, uneven heat, will create some waving. Yeah, so you can see they're minimized, but still a little bit. Just like wet mounting, you could also have this kind of fine creases. I think not really as a big flaw, or I won't say it. Just gives people a hint of the texture of the rice paper, the thin paper. It does have this kind of fine, very fine force. It's very easy to correct that on a computer if you're going to publish it. If it is a big issue, So spray more water, or even have more, or you can just press down further to make it finalized. Sometimes I use a smooth, use a fingernail or some smooth object to polish it. I think traditionally we use a piece of pebble, stone, very shiny, polish, with wax on the back side. We don't really need to do that today because for framing, there's no reason to seal the back with wax or pressing. That old techniques are not used. I don't think it's a big flaw. Something like this, you cannot even see it on the video, I think. But I think if you have lots of wrinkles, then you need to use different process. Don't mount the painting first with the silicone. Try to follow this sequence. Mount the backing paper first. Many years ago, we used to do the. If you watch an old video, you may see some demos. We mount the painting first, and then we transfer it onto permanent support. If you do that, you have more chance to get wrinkles because the delicate paper like this is very hard to keep flat. So some water, more water maybe this time. And spread the whole thing, the painted area, and this time I spread the back. Doesn't matter, just let it relax for a minute or two would be the best. You just spread more. But if you spread too wet, it may cause some bleed or some other unwanted wrinkles. So make sure you don't wet it, just dampen it evenly with a mist of water sprayer, okay, from the water spray. So put this back on and start from the center out. You just do a circular movement like that. Don't lift it, just keep iron. Cover it quickly. You can start with a lower temperature and then increase if you want by more time to do it slower. Because the water spray, we need to add a half minute maybe to the total iron time to dry it. Even if it's already flat, you need to keep iron until it's dry. So there's a time factor. If you wet the painting with too much water, you might have to spend more time dry it. But you will have more flat result. So it's a balance between your time and the result, so which is more priority if you want to make sure you are wrinkle-free. Your painting is wrinkle-free. Spray the water relatively a little more than normal. It will help. Even if it's a dry mounting, the moisture will help to prevent wrinkles. Because of the dry climate here, we don't have the moisture in the paper, in the air. If you're in a wet area, you don't have to spray this much maybe. So there's a little line, almost like a tendril, if you can see that. So I will spray a little more, just this area. But you do not want to spray too much, the ink might get bleed. So you can see it might come off. So be careful with that. I think this is you can see the stem that has a little red stand there. So that's the front. I used the back. So you want to make sure that stem will not touch the other part. Just use a clean paper. So when you move your top paper, you want to make sure there's no color stain on that. Okay? You want to use clean covering paper to protect your painting, not with any color stains on it or ink stains, because the red ink on the stem, on the seal, do not dry fast. It will take the oil-based part. It takes weeks, if not days, to dry. So just to watch out for this kind of like a little imprints there. Okay, I think it's done, and you can see it's near perfect. and the color are much enhanced, and but best part is it's very flat and smooth. All the details can be see, and it's good to take a picture now after mounting to share with my class. And I will put this as our thanks gift for people who order supplies from us at Blue Heron Arts. This is our thank you gift for a certain amount of purchase. I will put a number on that, and then you start shopping. When you reach the level of the purchase, you get it for free. Okay, happy Thanksgiving, happy painting. Bye bye.